broke but kind of famous, and we have cats in our mouths, so we're doing great.
Yep.
We were tossing around taglines because we've made it to the point where people will comment on our podcast, which means that there are people listening that are not just like each other. I listened to the last episode on 8 different platforms, so it's got 8 listens. No, like there are people listening, and then we're like, wait, you listen?
Whoa.
So we're joking about how we're still broke, but we're kind of famous.
You're kind of famous.
Kind of famous. So this is
My
the
fave.
kind of nerdy girls podcast. Welcome
Can you
to
do
Kind
those
of
sound
Nerdy
effects?
Girls podcast.
I thought that was my line.
Go ahead.
Welcome to the Kinda Nerdy Girls podcast. Starring Jonna.
Oh God, I don't have a fun fact.
What?
I almost bought a fish yesterday. That's all I got.
Wait. I need to know why you almost bought a fish.
No, we can't talk about that.
Nope.
It's intros.
Intro.
Oh.
Yeah,
Gotta wait.
newbie, rookie. And sorry, you go ahead.
And KJ.
Thank you. I did not buy a fish yesterday, but I did.
I also didn't buy a
I
fish
did.
yesterday.
I did stock up on some bottled water because of the coronavirus.
It's not even in Indiana.
I don't
Oh
want
my
to talk about
God.
it. And ching. Let me do this because this is a new special guest. I
Oh,
wanna
yeah?
do- yeah. Ching. And welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast for the very first time, Laura.
Hello.
And now you say a fun fact.
I did not buy water, and I did not almost buy a fish, but I did price a case of hand sanitizer on Amazon.
Oh my God.
Oh,
A case?
I couldn't get one.
no, they're out of
They're
stock.
sold- Well,
So
duh.
Here's
I
the
knew
thing,
that.
people. We're supposed get soap. You're supposed to be washing your hands. They're not sanitizing them, washing them. But yes, they're sold out. And also because we're doing all this dumb stuff like buying the hand sanitizer and the masks and stuff like that, the hospitals can't get them and they actually need them.
And I had a dermatologist once that staunchly recommended Dial because it's a detergent and an antibacterial soap.
Oh yeah, we use that in my house.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
interesting.
so there's a little tip for you. If you're
I
worried
did-
about the coronavirus, don't worry about the hand
I
sanitizer.
did see they're limiting your purchases at Kroger.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yep.
Amazon Pantry
time
would
this
only
is.
let me get 2 things of bottled water. That was it. They were like, you can have 2. I think it was like 8 packs was all I could get.
Wow.
So
Oh,
we might be
my
a little
goodness.
thirsty if we end up.
Oh, my God.
Isn't it weird?
That's
that we're
fine.
even
We got a
talking
pond
about
out
this?
back. We're good.
We can't go outside. We're not allowed to go. If we're stuck inside, we're stuck inside.
I'll take my chances with the ducks and getting the bird flu as opposed to getting coronavirus.
So
Yes.
I don't know if any of you have researched this, but I did ad nauseum yesterday. And all of these things, the bird flu, coronavirus, SARS, the MRSA virus, they're all the same. They're all the same virus. The coronavirus is a group of viruses that includes SARS, the MRSA virus. Yeah, it's all the same virus.
So this is what is it? It's like
COVID-19
is the strand that we can't control.
Yes.
So I saw
Once again, the kind of nerdy news is on the air.
well, this is kind of nerdy because it leads into my first headline, which was because of the coronavirus, people are downloading the movie Contagion
Oh,
more
my
than
gosh.
ever. Like it's become like a top download. What are you doing? I don't want to watch the thing that might actually be happening.
I don't know. Jarrett and I, we're into zombies big time, and we were talking about it. He said he's been preparing for this half of his life. A different virus, but still a virus.
I haven't necessarily been preparing for a virus, but I would say, like they're saying, stay at home, avoid public places, and don't touch anyone. And as an introvert, those all sound like really
I
great
was going to
things to
say
be
that
planning.
sounds like a dream day,
right?
It is.
Yeah.
That's a dream come true.
Basically, in our household is stock up on firewood
Yes.
and water and ramen noodles.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
we do have ramen noodles. But these are all things, you guys, as I've been stocking up a little but everything that I'm getting are things that we will use anyway. Like I don't necessarily.
So you're not going to have like ramen for 2 more years.
No,
but we do enjoy ramen. So
right.
I mean,
And I got
it's
that- I
not.
Right.
I didn't know they had a creamy chicken ramen, so I went a little.
And honestly, I
I'm
didn't
taking
either.
chances with the coronavirus.
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, I didn't either until she ordered it. I was like, "Oh, what's this Amazon shipment that's going
Hello.
what?"
So
I
listen,
had no idea.
If the coronavirus hits and we're stuck inside, I'll be doing taste testing of creamy chicken ramen.
Well,
and
clearly,
you can follow me on Facebook.
Me and my mom are gonna starve to death because we don't have any food in our house.
Oh no.
So we'll definitely won't get sick from the coronavirus,
Okay.
but we'll die of starvation.
Don't worry, we have an apartment in the basement. You'll be good.
Oh, you gonna let me bring my mom over here too?
Of course, I love
Okay,
Donna.
cool.
Well, my sister
She loves you too.
said that she and her 5 cats are coming back if
My mom won't
We
be here
have
if
to-
there's that many cats.
if we have to be quarantined. Your mom's not going
Which
to
would make the
She
total
won't.
2.
10 cats.
No, she definitely won't come over here with 10.
No, and you can't handle that. Look, you already popped a pill before we started podcasting.
Oh, I'm sorry that I have allergies.
That's okay. I'm just saying.
Your husband also has allergies.
I'm just
Yes,
saying.
but I
if we
keep up
have to
on it
be
on a regular basis.
What?
I'm just saying, if we have to be quarantined for 2 weeks, that would not be good for you, Jonna, because
No.
you've been here for 20 minutes and you popped a pill.
What a
And
Makes me sound like I have a
your
drug
reaction,
problem.
Laura, yes, I am allergic to all 5 of my cats.
See.
But they're my babies, therefore I take the appropriate medicines and whatnot so they can be my babies.
Okay, now let me just set the scene a little bit for you. For
the
starters,
scene.
Katie is not here because Katie bought a house.
Yay!
Yay,
Oh,
Kitty!
yay.
Just in time
Yay.
to be quarantined.
Oh
Right.
my. Well, that's good.
She has to redo the whole house
She won't
basically.
wanna
So
leave.
It's a fixer upper, huh?
yeah.
Yeah, because the floors aren't going in
Yep.
until like 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
So anyway, so she's busy with that, and congratulations to Katie.
Yay,
She's
we're
got
so proud of you.
engaged. Now she bought a house.
She's adulting.
She's
great.
doing big
She's all
things.
grown up.
So grown up. Shelly is in Vegas right now at Supernatural Vegas.
Rude.
Yes, so she's hanging out with that cast. I do have a little bit of news about the final season of Supernatural.
I
It's not a spoiler. It's just some guest stars.
I don't want to
coming
hear
back.
it. I'm very much in denial right now with Supernatural.
Dude, I haven't watched since episode 4 of this. season.
Everyone keeps posting about it, and I'm just like, no, pass. I don't want to. If I never watch it, it never ends.
Dude, 100%. Dude,
Yeah, so many times.
I am all about that. 100%. If I don't watch it, it's still
Still
here.
ended. It's still ended.
No, not
Okay.
in my mind.
All right.
Nope.
So, and then Kitsy is with Celeb Photo Ops, that company that she and her husband run, and are they with Arnold Schwarzenegger right now?
Yes, they
Whoa.
were with,
Yes.
with the Arnold.
Did you know there's a convention called The Arnold?
No, I didn't know that.
and it's
Oh,
really
yes.
it's literally just a convention with
Well,
Arnold.
it's a
He's
weight.
the only one there.
Well, no, I believe they have weightlifting competitions and like strongman events and stuff
Oh,
like
is
that
that
throughout the
that
course of
fitness
the.
thing?
Oh.
Yes,
They're
yeah,
not- just a bunch of people waiting for him to get there.
Yeah, no. It's fitness based. It's 100% fitness
okay.
based.
I thought that was
But
canceled.
Arnold,
because of
Arnold
the
is.
coronavirus.
the Arnold? You thought the Arnold was canceled?
It's like I think
Oh,
I heard
maybe.
somewhere. I think it was on the radio that he was hosting this sports thing or some convention thing that was like exercise related, but he canceled it because of the coronavirus.
Wait a second. Well, if that's the case, then where the heck is Kitsy?
I mean,
could
she
have
probably
been
can't
here.
get here because the road leading from her house to your house is closed.
Oh, that's
honestly.
Yeah, there's that too.
If we're being serious.
Let's see. Top stories about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger Company sues Russian robot company over use of his likeness.
I was not expecting that one. Thank you.
Yeah. It
Wow.
says the Arnold Sports Festival canceled convention due to coronavirus.
Okay, well, where was the convention?
Yes. Me
Will
for the
allow
win.
athletes to compete. What was that? So the athletes can come, but the people can't?
That doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
all right.
Where
so,
is
so,
Kitsy?
so what I'm hearing there
Yeah.
is that if the athletes want to put their lives in their own hands, go ahead. However, I'm not.
Huh.
Yes.
Which, in my shoes, I would side with Arnold. I'm not going to chance that because those are a lot of people. in one confined area to where I'm like, nope.
We just had to cancel the Arnold's Classic Sports and Fitness Festival, meaning, the huge convention with 250,000 people coming together. We still will have the Arnold Classic World Bodybuilding Championship and the strongman competition, but the rest of it is all canceled. Or I should take this.
Oh, postponed. Okay, it's all postponed. Man,
Oh.
God, I didn't want to talk about the coronavirus anymore. Thanks a lot, Kitsy and the Arnold. Wait, okay.
That's my
Will
fault.
you-
I'm sorry.
No, I'm glad that you said that because otherwise I would have sounded dumb on this podcast first time.
Sometimes
Uh,
I know news.
Because I would have been saying Kitsy's with Arnold Schwarzenegger right now, and she's not. Will you text her and ask her where she is?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, producer Patches.
Where are you at? You
No, I don't think she's going to. She can't do weekday podcasts until the road by her house gets reopened because basically she can't leave her house in
Oh,
Bloomington.
you guys weren't kidding. The road really is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She lives in the boonies and like her road doesn't matter to the point that when they started this construction, they just shut it down. So, I mean, she's already
does she get
prepared
here?
for the coronavirus. There's a way to get out, but she has to go south and then
my
it's like
goodness.
hard
Yeah,
to
she
come
she
back.
basically
has to go
has, she
all the way
basically has to
around.
go like 10 miles out of her way to get to the nearest highway.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good time.
So she'll
my
be fine if we
goodness.
have to be quarantined because she already kind of is.
Yeah, but
She's
she
already
has
isolated.
a really cool pool and outdoor fireplace and TV and
But
everything
she can't
else.
go outside.
Yeah, is that not? Can
Well,
we
I
go
mean,
out?
you're out in the boonies. I mean, like the trees are going to filter that stuff, right?
You think there's no coronavirus in the trees?
I don't know.
Guys, there's no coronavirus in Indiana, okay? Like,
Yes.
it's literally.
Hey, you
like,
better
I
knock
just-
on
yet.
some damn wood.
I don't ha-
Yeah,
not
Jonna.
even-
Yet.
Okay.
That we know
Look,
of.
Okay, well, not that we know of, but as of right now, I'm still living my life like there isn't one.
Okay, well,
So-
listen, did you know that we hung out with Shelly last week and her business partner is from Seattle and he had been in town a couple days before? And so maybe we have coronavirus.
I doubt it. I don't. Think
And by
that's
the
how
way,
that
Ted, if you are listening to this podcast, we love you and hope you do not have coronavirus.
Yes, we do. That is true. And that is also true.
thoughts and
That
prayers.
is also true.
That is also true.
What is going on?
That's from Guardians of the Galaxy.
From Guardians of the Galaxy,
I haven't
Rocket.
seen it.
Jonna still hasn't seen Guardians
my
of the
God.
Galaxy. This is why
I can't. There's a lot of things I don't watch, but I did see that. Both
Yeah.
of them.
Right. So,
okay.
and you saw, so
Proud of you
Laura,
guys.
you saw Endgame. Like, are you caught up on all the
I saw
Marvel
Endgame.
stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So imagine like how much Jonna hates Star-Lord because she's never even had a chance to like him.
Right.
He's just the D-bag that
Oh,
could
right.
have stopped Thanos and instead got mad about Gamora.
Right.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm
Right.
like, it must be rough to be Jonna. She never had a chance to like
It
Star-Lord.
seems like it's really stressful. I think you should just go ahead and watch it.
I don't.
Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
the first Guardians, you will fall in love with Chris
There's
Pratt.
a
I
talking
guarantee you.
raccoon.
I'm not very
I know, right?
stressed about it.
But-
I mean, everyone's like, I don't really care about Star-Lord. I didn't really care about Guardians of the Galaxy, which is why I didn't see it.
But I want you to care about it. I want you to understand where Star-Lord came from.
Okay.
So that you can
I get that he's in love with
No.
No. Forget the Gamora thing, man.
Okay.
Jonna, I'm telling you.
This is like them wanting me to watch Harry Potter and I just won't.
No,
Like, I
no.
literally
This,
will
is,
not.
this
This
is
is
different because
How is it different?
because it's one movie. All you have to do is watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and you'll be like, "All right, cool, I get him now." And then when you watch Infinity Wars, you'll be like, "Oh, yeah, he's a bitch."
There is something,
I mean,
Jonna, there
yes.
is something about Star-Lord's life that you are going to be like, I get him now. Like,
Oh, he got
I
dead parents
guarantee
or
it.
you gotta-
something.
yeah.
He must have some dead parents.
That's right where we go. Jonna's got dead parents. I got dead parents. We're like, you got dead parents. What? Oh,
Okay, well, I
God.
have
All right.
one dead parent, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
she's halfway in the club.
he's probably got some dead parents.
It's
like,
good. I have
That's what it is.
for as much fun as that movie is, I have never cried so quickly in a movie.
Aw.
It takes you like immediately, and you're like,
Oh, it kicks you right in the feels immediately.
okay, and
Immediately.
then some really great music comes on, so you're like,
Yeah,
okay, it's
It
not
does
so
have great
bad.
music. It
The
does.
soundtrack's great,
That's how
especially.
I felt in Shazam when he got left at the carnival or whatever.
Oh, it's worse than that.
God, it was so sad.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. When he found her at the apartment, she's like, "Oh yeah, okay, bye."
No, God, I was so mad when that happened.
Yeah,
Ugh.
right.
I'm gonna make you watch the first 3 minutes of Guardians of the
First
Galaxy before you
just
leave.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. 3
Guaranteed.
minutes before you leave.
She's gonna have it on while we're eating dinner. She's like, "Oh, look what just so happened to come on TV."
You're just gonna sit and watch it. Nope. 3 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy coming up tonight after the podcast, the post show.
my
Is there
goodness.
anything going on in the Marvel world that we need to talk about,
There's
Jonna?
so much stuff going on in the Marvel world. So rumored that Henry Cavill from DC and The Witcher, is maybe gonna be Wolverine in the next Captain Marvel movie.
Can you believe
No,
this?
and I don't think I can accept it.
I think I could.
I don't know.
Actually, he's
Could
got.
you?
I mean, he's got the right look. He's got the physique. Like he's like that broad-shouldered, and his face. And look at him though. Look at his face next time, like with a beard.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
got.
gonna
I mean,
Google it
he's got the right face, like that's Hugh Jackman-esque.
Everybody's grabbing their phones to Google Henry Cavill's face.
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I think he could though, because here's the thing: with Henry Cavill, he doesn't have to have a lot of lines as Wolverine. He just has to
That's true.
have
He just looks
quips
so terrible
and
with his
just be
mustache.
kind of a dick.
But I think I'm struggling with Henry Cavill being a dick.
Okay, I get it.
Why?
He's like a murderer.
no, come on.
in The
That's
Witcher,
exactly
so,
what he
like,
was as
We haven't
Superman.
made it that far in The Witcher.
Well, everybody knows he's a murderer.
All right, good
Like,
for him.
It's like part of the plot.
We haven't made it to the plot.
Me neither, but that's what I know about it.
I don't know. I don't see him having that. I don't know. There's like a.
He also
cool
has the right-
factor.
and this
there's
is-
a cool factor and
There
an
is
angst.
a cool factor, a little edgy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
This is
know.
going to sound weird coming from a guy, but he has the right hair for it as well.
Could you say that in your kind of nerdy girl voice?
So, guys, I'm just saying, as a straight man,
This is my favorite.
I'm just saying, Henry Cavill, girl, you've got the right hair to pull off that Wolverine vibe. Thank you.
I would agree with that. I would say that if he
He has
grew his
the
hair
hair.
out longer, yes, he
it
does
comes
have
down
hair.
to hair.
Hair doesn't matter in Hollywood. Everyone uses wigs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
what else you got?
I'm just saying. Sometimes people have bad wigs, so sometimes your bad wig makes your character. Sometimes a good wig makes your character.
All right, now that's a double-edged sword.
Just
Henry
saying.
Cavill, The Witcher. Boom.
Yeah, bad wig.
Wig.
It was a bad wig.
It's a bad wig.
Yeah.
But he was a really great Witcher, apparently.
I
So
don't know.
I'm just
Did
saying.
you watch The Witcher?
No,
Laura?
I didn't. I didn't.
Can we talk just real quick about what you do watch? What is what right do you have to be here, Laura? No. I invited Laura because she's been kind of nerdy with me for so long, and she brought Vanilla Bean Bakery Goods, which is one of my new favorite spots I've discovered in Indianapolis.
It's hidden too.
Yeah.
It's really easy to miss.
Well, and since I working for Make-A-Wish, I need to bring people things and thank them for stuff, and I'm always looking for cute stuff. And they have the cutest, best tasting stuff.
They have really good
Stuff.
stuff.
It's
They have
good
really
stuff.
good stuff.
It's
Good
so cute,
stuff.
and they're a little mom and pop place. I like to.
They're fantastic.
I like to
They're
keep them.
and they'll custom make anything you ask.
yeah, yeah,
So what do I watch?
yeah. So what are you nerdy about?
I'm super nerdy about Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I was super nerdy about Game of Thrones when it was on.
Okay.
Let's face it, I'm still super nerdy about
Yeah,
it. We're,
yeah.
we're
It never
rewatching
ends, right?
Harry Potter. I'm super nerdy about Harry Potter.
Nice.
As is everyone on this podcast. but me.
Except Jonna.
Wah, wah.
I have to round us out. Not all of us can be nerds about Harry Potter. I have to round it out.
I've just discovered I like scary movies, so I'm planning on
What?
getting.
Oh.
I know.
Pass.
How did you? Okay, as someone who cannot handle scary movies,
I don't
Yes,
know.
tell us
what
how
was
you
your
got into
gateway?
that.
What was the movie that you went? You know what? I am going to watch a scary
I'm
movie.
not going to remember this. Ugh, I won't.
Can you
the
remember
mi-
some of? I mean, why
Well,
can't?
I saw Invisible Man over the weekend, and
Is that scary?
It's
No, I didn't
it's
think it was
supposed to be.
scary. It's suspenseful. It's not scary.
Okay.
It's got the girl from who was one of the secretaries in Mad Men. She's
Isn't
also
she
in
on
The Handmaid's Tale. I didn't watch Handmaid's Tale, so
Nope.
I only ever know her from.
I got
Mad
nothing.
I
Men.
just know her from all the awards they win.
Nope, I got nothing.
What's her name?
I'm not watching The Handmaid's Tale because
wait.
that sounds terrifying.
I'ma tell
like
you
it
what her
could
name
be
is right
like
now.
a really thing that happened.
Well,
It's,
see, that's kind of
no.
where I would draw the line.
I
The
don't
Invisible
want that.
Man, I figured that's not going to happen, so it's not that scary.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. We're really super nerdy about Jeopardy. We watch Jeopardy every single night.
Can you catch us up on what's been going on Jeopardy?
Well, I don't know if you saw Alex Trebek this afternoon posting
No.
that his
Her name's
health.
Elizabeth Moss.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Elizabeth Moss.
I think 18% of people with stage 4 pancreatic cancer live 1 year,
yeah.
and he's still alive. So
I love Alex Trebek.
I know. I
He's-
love him.
Man, he's just great.
yeah,
He's
that
just such
hurt a
class
little
act.
bit.
I
like
know,
when-
and he's still going. So,
good for him.
what I don't know. We watch This Is Us.
oh
we,
yeah.
We watch oh God, I don't want to say this.
You have to now.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to.
I don't want
You're
Oh,
in the
you
trust
got
tree.
to dish it
You're in
now.
the trust tree.
Yes,
No,
trust.
don't
Yeah,
worry.
don't worry. No one's listening. You're
When-
fine.
Oh no.
8 people are
God,
listening
we
and
binged
7 of
90
them
Day
are us.
Fiance until we're just
Nice.
so
Oh my God.
Wait a
yes.
second. Could you say that again?
do it?
Yep.
I'm here for it.
90 Day Fiance.
Do it.
We binge it till we just can't binge anymore.
That's okay.
It's
90
terrible.
Day Fiance.
Fiance. Yeah.
Okay,
What?
Are you watching Love is Blind?
No, I just heard about this though. I want to watch it.
My girls at Make-A-Wish are going crazy over this.
I have
It's
somebody
the
just told my
greatest thing.
coworker just told me yesterday, and so it's on the list.
Look, I
Okay.
watched Bridezillas and Love After Lockup, so I'm totally with you on that.
Ooh.
Right? Love After Lockup is so good. It's quality television.
Oh,
I
I
will
don't
say.
think I've ever watched any of this type of
They're
show.
all on like Wii TV.
They're just so many hot messes. You can't help but feel better about your.
That's true.
Is that what it is? That the draw?
I don't
Is
know.
that why you watch it?
maybe?
I like all the overacting personally. Like they're just so dramatic about literally
Oh,
nothing.
so dramatic. so
Like-
much drama.
Like y'all think I'm dramatic, but like literally, like people just falling out on the floor for like no apparent reason,
But-
crying for no apparent reason. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, but
what are you
then
crying
every
for?
once in a while you get a couple that really love each other, and it
Yeah.
does do something to you. It
Really?
Gives you hope, I
Yeah,
would say.
it does. It gives you, it kind of gives you butterflies.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to watch it.
I don't watch 90. I don't watch 90 Day Fiance, but I like shows like that
Okay.
sometimes.
Have we ever, producer Patches, have we ever gotten into a show like that? I'm trying to think.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
No,
I just
we.
didn't want to say.
Absolutely not.
I remember back when
I
you and
support
I
you,
were
Laura.
dating. This is
Wow, what a throwback.
Well,
Hey, 15 years of marriage next week.
Wait, what?
Goodness.
yeah,
15
yeah.
years.
Wow.
I know, right?
I know.
nuts.
Happy us.
Really, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I know. I
I-
couldn't believe they let us get married when we were 4 and 8.
I know, right? No, it was Kitsy and Bruce or whatever his name was. So when we first started dating,
Yeah.
you were a promotions girl at the
I was.
radio station.
Yeah, I was. I was also a Marlboro girl. I did it for the money. Don't judge me.
Yep.
Did it for the money.
I had to pay rent.
Yes. So I remember going to a place called Jillian's for a viewing party for this revolutionary show named Survivor.
Oh my
That's
God.
right.
Oh my!
It was the
goodness.
very first episode. It was the very first ever reality show ever aired, quote unquote. And I remember watching, at the morning show, Julie and Steve at the time.
Yes.
I remember going with KJ here, and I'm sitting here throughout the whole thing going, this is the worst thing I've ever
But
seen.
Really?
that was really the
Yes.
show that just like opened up reality TV.
Yeah, it
was
ruined
just-
television. Is the way I put it, because creativity went right the hell out the
Man.
window at that point. So thank you, Mark whoever, and that's the producer of that show and Survivor, because screw you guys for ruining creativity, good writing for the rest of the world and television.
He sounds like me when I'm talking about Batman.
Are you okay?
I
me
hate
how you
reality
really-
TV.
Tell me
my
how you
goodness.
really feel about it.
Dude, reality TV sucks. Period. American Idol is the worst thing in the freaking world.
Hey,
I'm just hey. point in case, I'm just going to say this right now,
Hey.
especially when it was mainstream on Fox, all that crap.
I love American
Everyone's like,
Idol.
oh, boo. Everyone tunes in to see everyone film. They're like, her. I was like, really? That is the worst produced crap in the world. It's
I
like,
love-
congratulations. You are breeding a generation
Man.
of people being dicks to each other. And guess what? I'm done.
That was-
Okay, yeah,
Oh
drop
my
the mic.
Goodness gracious!
Yes.
Rant
All
over.
right.
Uh,
You know
Oh,
what really
Pat-
grinds his gears? Reality TV.
Thank you. That I just hear Peter Griffin right there. I know, it's awesome. You know, it really grinds my gears.
That
Yeah.
reminds me, we're super nerdy about Family Guy.
I know,
I
right?
watch it
love
every day.
Family Guy.
Every day.
I fall asleep to Family Guy every
So
night.
do we.
Yay.
do you really? That's your go to sleep show?
That's our falling asleep show.
Nice.
That
nice.
is
Mine's
American Dad.
Doctor Who and Lucifer.
Doctor Who and Lucifer are what
Yeah.
we watched to go to sleep. A couple notes while you brought up Doctor Who. Let's talk about. We watched the finale last night
Yes.
of this season.
Yes.
Did you watch Doctor Who at all, Laura? No. That's okay. That's,
That's
okay.
okay.
I want
That's
to,
okay.
though.
I don't want to
That's
either.
okay. I did, well, then this is not going to be a great endorsement for it. But go back and watch the first season with Matt Smith, and you'll have a wonderful
Start
time.
at
I know
the
you haven't
11th
been in
hour.
love
That's
with
where
this
you want to
season,
start.
so
The 11th hour.
What happened?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Patches had attitude the entire episode.
I
Like,
did. I'm so
I
sorry.
can't imagine.
He's
This is not a good segue after I just went on a rant about reality TV.
Yeah, no,
It's a great segue. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's
Do it.
why I thought we'd like get it all out now. So that
Okay,
you could
thank
just,
you.
Let's all be angry.
Thank you.
This is the angry segment of the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast.
like,
Hello,
I
everyone.
was-
Welcome to Angry Patches.
So here's the thing with this season of Doctor Who is that they got us really, really excited with the first episode. It was phenomenal. It set up this just amazing arc. You know that feeling when you're watching one of your favorite shows and you're like, oh, this is going to be awesome.
Yes.
And then it wasn't.
Aw.
Because they didn't go back to the arc. Like there were just all these
They
other...
didn't.
Last
They didn't
season of
touch
Game
the
of
arc
Thrones.
until
That's exactly how I felt.
they didn't
Yeah.
touch the arc until like 7 episodes in.
And then it was like barely touching it. So they introduced this other character that was kind of a key into what was going to be
And
continuing that
and
storyline.
let me preface this by saying this is only a 10-episode season.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it sounds
And-
like a short season.
Yes. And so as we were watching last night, here's me. I'm back. Listen, this has kind of sucked, but we got through it. And we know that the first episode was awesome. And we have all these questions. And so we're going to get all the answers. And here we go. And the entire time, he's like, huh,
All right.
this seems too easy.
Well, exactly. So
Every time that I was like, I guess this is kind of cool. Okay. And you're like,
it just seemed like very lazy writing is what it seemed like to me. It just seemed like, okay, well, this is an obvious thing, so we should do this. And Doctor Who is not that kind of show. Doctor Who is the kind of show that they build you up and then take turns on you and they twist things. And that's one of the beautiful things about the show because you're like nothing is typically what it seems, but the entire season was predicated on, well, nothing is what it seems. Okay, well, thanks episode 7 for kind of touching on it, and then the season finale for going, oh, we're going to take the easy way out.
well, I will say it seemed like they had to do that because they had one episode to make this show changing forever arc come to an end. Like
I get
you
it.
could have
I get it.
Like when
I-
you're
Yeah,
like, you
Game of
could have
Thrones.
thrown away-
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm thinking of
Yes,
in my mind.
exactly.
That's exactly like the
100%.
last season of Game of Thrones.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
So like
Game of
Sabrina.
Thrones.
So
Yeah,
like the end of Sabrina.
where you're like,
basically.
what?
Yeah.
What? You're
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
rushing. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
like
The end of
I-
Sabrina.
the whole
Yeah.
time I'm like, get to the point. It's a short season. I know there's long episodes, but get to the point. There's a lot
Yeah.
of loose ends we got to tie up here in
Exactly.
order for us to all be happy.
Doctor
Yeah.
Who, Game of Thrones.
We weren't
us.
all happy.
Game of Thrones, us.
Do they have new writers?
Yes.
this is a new
This
one.
season is a new
that's
writer, yeah.
why.
And I think that he
Well,
wanted
no.
to like
The past 2 seasons has been the
so
same
2
guy.
seasons.
Yeah.
It was
And he did a
brand new
good
writers.
job last year, I thought. I mean, it was kind of vanilla, but it wasn't a bad job. But this year, they got preachy and just convoluted.
Yeah, it was a lot of like social commentary. And you're like,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
yeah. I'm like, I know the Earth sucks.
Come
and
on.
we're ruining
We can
it.
turn anywhere else for that.
Yeah, right. And also, you have a show where you can go anywhere else in the universe. So just get off the Earth.
Yeah.
That
In
sucks.
time and space.
But yeah, I was. I think if you watch it again with less judges.
I know.
With-
I
you have to
had
watch
the
it with an
judges on.
open
It was a
mind.
long day at work yesterday. Sorry.
Open mind
you
and
can't
open
take
heart.
your workout on Doctor
I
Who.
know, and
You
I
can't
know
bring your
this.
work home. What
I
do you
know,
mean?
trust me, and I know I did that. So I just like any other Doctor Who season, we will rewatch it multiple times,
Yes.
and I will gain new perspective on it.
But I will say that even though that if you take what they did to the season, if you take the first episode and the last episode and what they did, it was really cool. It's a shame that they didn't slow down and let that actually develop. But
How long is there between seasons?
oh my god, it's so long.
Like-
Well,
year.
it depends. Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on the year. Sometimes it has been 2 years. Sometimes it's been a year and a half. Sometimes it's been 8 months.
Yeah.
So it's really like,
But
throw it
they-
against the wall, see if it sticks.
They left it in a really big cliffhanger. Like they kind of wrapped up the arc story, and you're like, oh, okay, and then they did this abrupt thing where there was just this like these characters flash on screen, and then the Doctor's gone, and all this stuff happens in 10 seconds, and it ends.
All
And you're
right.
like, what?
All right. Number one, I vehemently disagree with that
Why?
because that cliffhanger is the easiest cliffhanger in the world because you
Easiest
know
one.
what she's gonna end up doing.
It's just a party pooper patches.
Every party has a
I'm
pooper. That's why we
I'm
invited
realistic.
you. Party pooper.
Hey, the reason I love Doctor Who is because it challenges you as a listener.
As a listener.
And this season
As a
had
listener?
or as a
You don't
sorry.
even have to watch it.
I know,
Just
right?
Close your
Shut up.
eyes.
Actually, you could, believe it or not. That's actually true,
That's
believe
how
it or
I fall
not.
asleep to it. Actually,
Yeah.
I even positioned my pillow
That's-
so that I don't have all of the light from the.
But
Exactly
yeah,
what we
I
do.
mean, like,
Oh
but
my
the
God.
dialogue and everything else, and I mean, even way back to the Patrick Thoroton and John Pertwee, like all the way coming up, is that it challenges you as a viewer of the show to keep following it and keep thinking forward. And this year did not do that at all for me. I thought
Alrighty.
they teased it and it was done, and then they're like, "Oh, we forgot. Here you go,"
Did
and
you
that's
bring
it.
your work home with you again?
No, I'm just being
Kinda
honest.
feels like you brought your work home with you again.
This whole season, I've been fighting it this whole season, and this whole season felt lazy to me.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to go back and watch it.
With an open mind.
Yes,
Open
and that's the
mind.
thing.
Open heart.
And like I just said earlier, I'm gonna go back and rewatch it probably multiple times,
Do it.
and
Fall
it
asleep
will
to it
happen.
sometime.
All right, Diatribe's done. Thanks for getting this all out in 20 minutes.
Hey.
That segment was called Patches is Pissed Off.
Welcome to Pissed Off Patches.
Okay, so I want to like leave that and go someplace happy. So
Happy.
what's a happy place right now? Do you have something that's making you happy, Laura? Is there something in your world right now that's nerdy that's making you happy?
Nerdy making me happy.
Jonna, is there something in your world right now that's making you happy?
I finished watching The Stranger on Netflix.
Oh, did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
But it was kind of a cliffhanger,
Okay.
and I hope that they make a second season.
I've heard. I think there's 3 books.
Oh, great. That makes me feel way better.
I want to say don't quote me on that.
There probably is
my
more than
friend
one book.
Sherry who watched it. She had read the books, so I think that there are more books from this.
Great. That's
So-
what I needed to hear. That means
Okay.
they'll probably make another season.
Whew.
Because, like, there were just so many dead people by the end. And I was like, why is everyone dead? And then there's like a murder. And then there's like.
Did somebody kill?
And then there's like a murder cover up and like all sorts of stuff. I was like, what? Like it just I was on episode like 7 or 8. I think it was 7. And it was like, okay, all right. And then I talked to one of my friends. I was like, "Oh, I'm almost done with it," and he was like, "It's gonna get real lit real fast." Like in the last, he was like, "The last episode is like everything happens in the last episode," and I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
"Oh, okay." And then
Is this a thing in TV that they're starting to do? That they
Probably.
just like bore us for 5 or 6 episodes and then they're
Probably.
like, bam, here's the
Yeah.
end.
yes,
Probably.
that's honestly probably is what's happening.
Why? Well, I don't.
Well,
like
probably
it.
because they know like they're gonna give you a great first episode, and then they want you to stay on. Like, oh, great first episode, so I'll keep watching, because you know something great's gonna happen at the end.
Listen, that is not an acceptable way to work.
know.
Imagine if you
I
had a
know.
really great first day at your job and then you just sucked for years and years, but then you had a great last day. That's not how this works.
Well, I wonder
Isn't that how
if it
jobs
has to
work?
do. I wonder if it has to do with the bingeable quality of these shows. Like,
Probably.
you know, people are watching them one after the other, and so they figure they don't have to wind up. They don't have to get all ramped up every episode.
That's probably true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I don't know.
And I think we didn't get to this when we were doing our show from V Sports at the Vogue. I wanted to talk about that because weren't we were talking about Sabrina, and I had not when we first started talking about it on the show, I hadn't gotten completely into this latest season yet, and so Kitsy and Jana were kind of talking about it. I don't care because I have a terrible memory. So you could tell me the whole synopsis of a movie and then I could watch it the next day and be so surprised.
I
That
have
is-
not ever
is
met a
very true.
spoiler that I didn't love.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Spoil it all. I don't care.
But I remember like Kitsy talking about how annoyed she was that there was so much music in it. It's so musical, right?
It wasn't.
And I watched it.
It wasn't. And I love musicals, but it was not.
So
it was
that's
not
what
very
I was
musical.
wondering because she watched it in a weekend and I watched it over the course of about 3 weeks. And I thought like I'm having a totally different experience with this show than she's having just because she watched it one episode after another because there were maybe 3 or 4 cheerleader scenes where there was singing,
Yeah.
there was a little bit of the band, but
Yeah.
I really went into it after listening to her expecting it to be like Glee, like all of a sudden they're just going to sing everything. And I was like, I'm not feeling this.
Nope.
And then she said it like jumped around a lot and it was hard to follow.
Yes.
And I was like, well, but it didn't except for the last episode. But she watched it all at once. And I was going back to it one episode
I
at a
imagine
time.
that has to come into play at some
Right?
point. Yeah.
As I was watching it, I was fascinated by the fact that I was having such a different experience. And I was like, I don't know if we should binge watch things or if we should just watch them one at a time because I feel like I really like Sabrina. Because
Right.
I watched it, over the course of time and she watched it all in one day and she hated it. Patches.
Oh, see.
So I have this theory
Oh.
Does
that
your theory involve getting Grayson off the table away from the treats that Laura brought?
There you
See,
go.
he thinks they're for him because
Yes.
he's a TV star.
yes, he is kind of a diva.
He's the famous one.
All right,
He
back to
is.
you. Grayson's my cat, by the way. You can follow him at KJ's Cats on Instagram. He's kind of a big deal. Go ahead, Patches.
He's very important.
So my theory about like the Netflix shows that come out is that they put them out in 10 episode seasons. So they do that for people to binge watch the seasons. So in binge watching a season, you naturally develop almost an ADD about watching the episode. So you go through and go through and go through every single episode. You're like, all right, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. All right, cool. I'm just going to keep watching next episode. And then when you get to the end, you're like, oh, but you forget all the buildup happening to the end.
That's a fact.
All right.
I would
So
agree with
that's
that.
Experience
True.
that?
I agree.
Yeah, because when I was watching Spinning Out, I watched it all in one day. It was 10 episodes. I was doing laundry all day. So I spent the whole day just watching Spinning Out. And I was like, oh my God, it's so great, so great, so great. And then it was over. And then I was talking to you guys about it. And I was like, damn, what happened? Like, I don't. Like,
Yeah.
That is true.
I know it
That
was
is so
good,
true.
but like I don't honestly really remember what happened because I watched it all in a quick
All
succession.
right.
That
so
is-
that,
you know
that's
what?
that's
I will-
good. That
yeah.
all right. I'm glad that actually has a little bit of validity because
then that-
I've,
You're
I've
welcome.
thought that for quite a while. It's like, all right, it's smart because it gets their viewership numbers up, but at the same time, you realize that, and this is where it keeps going back and back, where it's smart on their part, is that, oh, I think I missed out on some stuff, so you're going to rewatch it
Yep.
again.
So this is what we're going to do with Doctor Who. We're going to binge it in a day, and then you're going to just love it.
Okay.
Because you've been watching it one episode at
Hey,
a time.
it's not like we don't do that already.
Yes.
Just we're going to have to do it with this season.
But I'm certain that
a
that
whole
must
day.
be why
Just a whole day. It's fine.
the
It's 10
streaming
episodes.
services
No,
are
it's just
starting.
one day.
That must be why the streaming services are starting, to release these, one show a week.
Right,
I mean, they know what
exactly
they're doing, right?
Well,
Right,
like Picard is a perfect example that we're watching right now.
And I am remembering what's happening in Picard because we're watching it one episode a week.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
makes- I never
see?
thought of that, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yay!
So the moral of the story is that you should slow down and enjoy your shows. And when Netflix asks, "Do you want to keep watching this?" Maybe say
Just
no.
say no.
I
Go
had
to
to
an
do that
alternate
when I was
show.
watching The Stranger, though, because I
you?
have a very strict bedtime at 10 o'clock.
Good for you.
So at 9
Wow.
o'clock, I have to stop watching TV so I can go get in the shower and get ready for bed.
Yeah.
So when 9 o'clock hits, I'm like, okay, stop. It's like, do you want to watch the next episode? I'm like, I really do. I 100% do, but I have to go to bed soon.
Responsible. So responsible.
So yeah.
All right, thank you, Jonna. Choo, boop, boop, choo, pow, pow, bang, bang, woo, 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 zombie alert, woo, woo, zombie alert. It's time for a Walking Dead update with Laura. Woo, woo,
Wow, when's the last time we talked about The Walking Dead?
That's
on
why
this
Laura's
show?
here.
Man, I can't even remember.
All right.
know
Is
how-
Daryl
listen.
Dixon still alive?
Daryl Dixon is still alive.
Oh,
He is
awesome.
still alive. I think there would be a riot.
Yeah, right.
Oh, working
this is-
shows,
That's-
people
even my
walk
boyfriend
around.
said,
Yeah,
if
people
Daryl
walk-
dies, I riot. He doesn't talk like
Yeah,
that.
people walk around with
He's the
shirts
nicest.
on that say, if Daryl dies, we riot.
Well, that's what I said about Shiva the tiger. If Shiva got killed off the show, I was going to riot, and I raised holy hell.
Oh, there's a tiger in the show?
Well, there was.
Okay.
There was.
There was.
Spoiler alert.
Shiva's
Don't
gone.
wanna-
Sorry.
yeah,
Shiva's
yeah.
gone.
Okay.
Kind of lame. I don't like this season so far,
Oh.
but Negan, we all know Negan.
Oh,
the
yeah.
big
Oh,
daddy.
JDM, yeah.
Negan.
Jeff
Love of my
Beautiful
life.
man.
Morgan.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. If he's the love of your life, you're going to need to watch last week's episode.
What? In a good way or a bad way?
I just love Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
She loves John Winchester,
He-
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, the person. He
He
what?
was in a compromising position with someone on the the bad team.
Ooh.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
So there's this group called the Whisperers. They're
Yep.
weird.
They sound
Okay.
They wear zombie skin.
You say they sound stinky?
sketchy.
Oh,
They
Well,
sound
sketchy.
they are both of those things.
Well, they're wearing
sketchy.
zombie skins.
And
so they
I'm
probably
sure
are
that
stinky.
smells
Yeah,
awful.
yeah.
And we have thought this whole time that he's gone over to that side to help the Walking Dead gang out. Like he's going
Oh.
to try to
Like he had infiltrated them.
he's going to infiltrate. But then the next thing I know, him and the main Whisperer are
Ew.
getting naked in the woods.
Ew.
I know. Yeah. See, that's
Goodness.
You might. I'm still
Do you see him
traumatized.
naked?
I'm still traumatized.
Like, hang on. I'm like, do you see
Yeah.
him
Wait.
naked?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's naked? I mean, like,
Yeah, what is AMC naked?
no, literally, what is AMC naked?
I don't know because I had to look away. I was so traumatized.
Oh my
but
gosh.
I,
Oh goodness.
I saw naked chest and legs.
Oh.
Oh. Talking about are we gonna see butt? That's like really what I'm.
I think maybe you do. I don't know.
You
I'll
could
have to-
probably Google that.
honestly.
Am I gonna see Jeffrey Dean Morgan's butt?
It's just
The
there's
Walking
just
Dead.
all these rumors. It's upsetting. There's all these rumors that we all know Rick is gone.
Yeah.
We all know. Well, Carl's gone. I've heard that Michonne now is leaving for a while.
Oh.
Well,
Now is this?
Denai is really kind of a big deal in Hollywood now.
Yeah.
So,
is this the end, or is it? Do they have some movies coming? Did I hear that?
There is.
right?
There's a spinoff coming.
Okay.
I think in a couple of weeks. I don't know too much about that. I
Okay.
don't know.
You
Because
don't know,
there's-
so does that mean that you're wavering on your Walking Dead?
I'm probably
love?
gonna. I will never stop watching Walking Dead. I think I'll watch it to the end.
Did you watch
get
Fear
that.
the Walking Dead?
Yes, I almost sometimes like that better.
Really?
I think the writing's better. Plus, all the Walking Dead people seem to end up on that show, or at least some of them.
Yeah.
Well, and when Andrew Lincoln's character left the show, I can't remember if I read somewhere or heard a theory that because of the time gap in the storyline, that it would allow him to come back for mini series versions of The Walking Dead.
Right,
I
like a
would
movie
think-
length, like a feature length show or something like that. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I would think that they would find some way if he wanted to do.
If
more
he
Walking
wanted to,
Dead,
right?
that
I
they
don't. I
would,
felt like
yeah.
at the time they were just saying that to appease the fans, but I do keep hearing whispers about that. So
Huh,
maybe
from the whispers.
What? Oh no, they are. It's just bad. I've had enough of the whispers. I've had enough.
Okay.
So I have a Facebook portal in my kitchen and it has access to all of my pictures. And at some point in the past, I took a picture of the governor holding on to chains because he was chaining people up.
Oh, was that the guy from Doctor Who? The governor guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. David Morrissey. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yep. And I just was looking at it going, oh, those were the best days.
Those were the good old days.
Those were the good old days.
I love when the governor was chaining people up.
I know, right? But now we have just weird freaks with zombie skin, and they're just, it's
no.
enough. It's enough.
Do you feel like they're getting anywhere close to being done with this part of the story?
Oh,
There's
gosh.
no sign of that.
No.
There's no sign of it ending.
No.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. You're fine. What's going on? He's just yelling at me about my microphone.
Turn your microphone.
I
Yeah,
got.
no, I don't think they're,
We're
think
professionals
with the
here.
Whisperer storyline. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry
Unless
to hear
something
that.
happened, but you never know.
I
You
wanted-
never know. They kill people without warning.
Yeah.
You never know. You never
But
know.
are you still having your theme dinners and?
We did. We
Okay.
had. Yes, we did. We had themed dinner.
Okay.
I
I like if you follow Laura on Facebook, she's having themed dinners for everything.
I love
Oscar
themed
themed dinners,
dinners.
Walking Dead.
Those are my
themed-
favorite
Oh
things.
yeah.
We had Walker soup. We had garlic bread fingers, and usually involves a blood orange cocktail.
Nice.
Nice. I like it.
Can't have dead people without blood orange
Well,
cocktail.
No, you gotta have it.
Obviously.
I'm sad for you that you're not feeling this Walking
Well,
Dead because
but
I
you
know
know what?
how
This
much
is
you
what-
love it.
This is what I was going to say to you guys.
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Sometimes there's just not good seasons. Sometimes there's just crappy seasons, and you just get
Yeah.
over it. You just get
Yeah.
over it,
There's a few
and you
seasons
move
of
on.
Supernatural
And then
that were
hopefully
pretty-
the next season will be better. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
get
agree.
that.
There are some
seasons of Supernatural that are just like,
the
but like,
Leviathan.
Leviathan.
yeah,
Thank
the
you.
Leviathan season was so
Thank
weird.
you.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little happiness, which I think, or I don't know, maybe it won't be happy. Hopefully they don't come back and face bad fates. But Jensen and Jared's wives are both going to be back on Supernatural.
I did see that on
Pretty
Jared's
good.
wife's
Right, who-
Insta page.
Who is Jensen's wife? What
Danielle.
character did she play?
Danielle?
She was
Danielle.
an angel. What was her name? She was.
Yes, she was.
Oh my god.
You know that you can't ask me to do trivia. Come on.
Oh my
now.
god. She was an angel, and she was in last season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guarantee
Yeah,
I
she
know her
was
if I
just
saw her.
back.
She was like the one that was like helping Dean.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I believe
Oh my
you.
god, what was her name?
Oh my God. I don't know.
She was Shannon McBain on the American daytime soap opera One Life to Live. I
Yes,
didn't
she
know
was.
that.
Oh my goodness.
She was Rachel on One Tree Hill.
Oh God. Oh, she was right. Okay. I got you now.
Yep. You got
I
me. You got me now.
No, I really don't. I have no idea who the hell she
You didn't watch
is.
One Tree Hill.
Not so much.
That's in my Hulu queue to watch.
Oh, yeah,
One
it
Tree
is.
Hill is in your Hulu
Yeah.
queue. Really?
Have you ever watched it before?
Nope.
You have to watch.
You are in store from some. Well, actually, no. It's probably going to be terrible.
You need to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Okay.
before you watch anything else, young lady.
And we've only
did you
told you that
finish
for 5
Veronica
years.
Mars?
I'm almost done with season 3 of Veronica Mars. I just found out her name's
We're so
NIL,
bad at this.
maybe.
I
Yeah.
We
don't
are so bad at this. You know, Shelly had us over
I'm literally looking at
over
it.
the weekend to play games, and all the games
like,
she
"Oh,
got
it's
were
a
trivia
wow or
games, and she was just so bummed
Aw.
because I'm so bad at them. I'm like, I enjoy we were playing Supernatural trivia. I don't think I got a single thing
Yes.
right.
What?
No, you got one. You got one out of like 12 questions right.
Did I?
Yeah, and you were like super excited.
That's an F on a
But I
test.
think I just guessed. I think I just kept guessing blood.
It was
and
blood. Yeah.
Eventually the answer was blood.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I
Oh
got
my
one
gosh.
right that way. But you would swear I've never watched a show
That's
if you do
so
trivia.
Now,
funny.
I will say the Supernatural Trivia Pursuit game is hard as hell.
It was really hard.
It was
bet it
really
is.
hard.
But
Trivial
I don't know.
Pursuit's hard in general.
And beyond like who plays Sam and Dean, I'm not very good at it.
They should
Maybe
have.
Castiel.
You guys
Yeah.
remember that game, Seen It?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should have Supernatural Seen It.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
be great at that.
Do they? They might.
They
They
might.
might.
I'm gonna find it, and if I buy it, you guys are gonna play with me, right?
I'm in.
Okay, cool.
I saw they
100%.
made Friends Monopoly.
Yes,
What?
they did. Yes,
I'm very
there's-
excited for Friends
there's
because they're making an
Friends.
HBO special.
Oh, is it the reunion going to be on HBO?
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
Plus or
It's going to be
HBO
on the freaking
Max.
HBO Max app.
Oh.
That we're not getting. I don't care.
No.
I will.
No,
wait
we're
until
buying
someone-
Doctor Who. We're not subscribing to that.
So here's
I'm
the
sure
thing.
they'll have it somewhere else. Besides
It'll be
there.
someone will put it somewhere where we
Right.
can watch it
We
legally.
would never watch anything illegally.
We're gonna need to start like doing timeshares with our apps. Like, okay, right?
Good idea.
Because
That's a good idea.
this is ridiculous. I can't get HBO Max because that's where Doctor Who is moving. They're taking it off of Prime Video. I'm not okay with this. So we're buying the seasons because we're
Oh, no.
never gonna not watch it. So we're buying one season at a time so that it's ours, so that they quit jerking with us because it used to be on Netflix and then it was gone and then it was on Prime Video. I can't do that. I can't live like this.
That is how I ended up on Hulu because
I love
Netflix
Hulu.
lost all Family Guys.
oh
I
yeah.
was so. I
Now
was
it's on Hulu.
Livid when I found out they took off all of Seth MacFarlane's shows off of Netflix. I was like, where am I supposed to watch Family Guy?
It should be on Hulu.
Every
yeah.
It is on
episode.
Hulu.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then
I don't have my cable.
you spend the money to get
I mean,
that?
Hulu's worth it.
I get Hulu for free because I have Sprint.
Yep.
We now get Hulu's included in our Disney Plus package.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you
that's
guys
it.
get Hulu
And
now.
could you
As well as
please-
ESPN Plus.
Yep.
on a marriage note,
A marriage.
Oh,
note.
wow. Here we go.
could you please go to T-Mobile and find out why we're still getting charged for Netflix? Because we've had T-Mobile for a year,
2 years.
2 years, and Netflix is supposed to be free, and he had one job. Go into T-Mobile and do whatever the thing is that we need to do to move our Netflix account so that T-Mobile is.
So you've been paying for it all this time?
Yes, we get Netflix for free, and we've been paying for it for 2 years because
Well,
of this guy.
Hey, to my defense, I did bundle ESPN Plus, Hulu,
He could-
and
That
Disney
was a
Plus.
coincidence.
That was a coincidence.
However, I did buy the CBS app that she had no idea. So
I
there
remember
are,
this conversation
two.
vividly.
do you
I
really,
vividly
do you
remember
really
this.
want to go down
No,
this
no,
road
no. I'm
again?
good. I'm
Let's
good.
not go in this rabbit hole
I'm
again.
simply stating facts.
Uh-huh.
That's
There
all.
was like a whole 20-minute part on our podcast once where they were going back and forth about Patrick getting the CBS
I
app.
kind of remember this.
Oh, yeah.
That means you kind of listen.
I do listen. I'm not super caught up, but I do listen as I can.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of
Thank
course.
you. Where, how do you listen? What podcast app do you use? Or do you just listen through the website?
Nope.
All right. Because, we're on Spotify, we're on
I-
Apple, we're
Probably Apple because that's
The-
where I listen to the rest of the podcast.
We're on the
Oh, yeah.
I get
YouTubes.
that.
we are
To
on
YouTube.
Ooh.
We are on YouTube.
Fancy.
Fun.
Oh, yeah. We sure are. You can find us at
I can catch you up on our podcast
kindofnerdygirls.com.
right now. Them talking about Star Wars and me not saying anything. The end.
Or me poking Jonna about Batman, how
Yes.
awesome he is, and
I
she
hate
hates
Batman.
him.
Yes.
All of them,
I just don't like Batman the character.
the character. Okay, it doesn't.
Yeah, she's got a real problem. So then she's talking some real crap about Robert Pattinson, and it's rude.
He looks like freaking Ben Affleck in that suit. I'm telling
Have
you.
you seen Ben Affleck as Batman?
Yes.
You saw one of the movies?
I saw him as Batman in
Justice League.
nope.
No, you did. She didn't. see
Suicide
this
Squad. He made an appearance in Suicide Squad.
Yes, he did.
He did.
All right, number one, not the time to see Batman in that movie.
I'm just saying, but I saw him as Batman.
He has a list.
I
Just
saw
saying.
him. I'm just saying, like, you said, did I see him as Batman? I did see him as Batman, the character in Suicide Squad.
All right, so he had 30
Okay.
seconds where he grunted a couple times and he was done, okay?
Yes. Okay.
You can't judge
But I
Robert
did-
Pattinson for that.
I didn't. Okay, y'all aren't understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying he looks like Ben Affleck. I'm not saying he's going to act like Ben Affleck.
Okay.
He
I don't
looks
want to
like
have
him.
this fight again. I love you, John.
I'm just saying.
It's okay. It's okay for you to be different and judge things without having all the information. I love
Okay,
you.
that's cool. Whatever.
Okay.
Because I wasn't even talking about acting. I was definitely talking about looks, but whatever.
Okay. Before we go, I need to. We've talked about Netflix a lot, which is great because we have a Netflix night coming up. We are doing our podcast from an Indie Fuel game.
Yay.
Fun.
So
Yes.
excited.
Super fun.
I know. Indie Fuel, our hockey team, is having Netflix night on Friday. Ooh, it's Friday the 13th. Ooh.
Oh, crap.
Ooh.
Friday. Oh, that's
Should-
going to be fun.
Should we
That's
be going to a
oh, it's
hockey
the day
game
after
on
our
Friday the
anniversary,
13th?
too.
Friday, March
Aw.
13th, we are going to be a part of Netflix night. So we're going to do our podcast live. We get to talk to the special Netflix guest who is a guy from Parks and Rec. Laura's getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Jay
Jackson,
Jackson, who plays
Perd Hapley,
Perd,
the weatherman.
the weatherman.
Oh.
Or the anchor. I'm sorry, not the weatherman. The anchor.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
the
I'm just
anchor
repeating
on,
what he said 'cause I haven't seen
the anchor on the Pawnee news station. Yes.
Yes. So he's coming to the
That's
game.
fun.
Isn't that going
I
to be
love
fun? And then there'll be all kinds of like different stuff throughout the night, like featuring the different Netflix shows. And so you can Netflix and chill
Literally
at the
chill.
ice with
Because
the
we'll be on
Indie
ice.
Fuel.
That's so fun.
I've
And the
never
kinda
been to a
nerdy
hockey
girls.
game.
So next Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
Friday.
Friday the
the
As we
13th.
are recording it is next
Woohoo.
Friday.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
because
like-
this
yeah.
will air. This will. Well, it'll get to be on the air sometime between Friday and Monday before the game.
So what are they doing? They're just like featuring like binge-worthy Netflix shows
Yeah.
or something like that?
Yeah,
okay.
so there'll be, like when they go
Wow.
to, tense moments and they stop things because they're fighting, there'll be like Netflix themes.
Oh,
playing,
there gonna be
Wow.
clips and stuff like
scenes,
that?
Clips from Netflix shows.
Like the damn Office?
The Office. We don't have time to talk. We'll talk about The Office
Yeah.
in the next podcast.
Yeah.
I'm making Patches watch The Office, and he loves it.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Jerry only knows The Office from the outtake clips on YouTube. So that's also on our list to watch.
Oh, my gosh.
Because love The Office.
I have to
Nope.
tell you, I love The Office more watching someone else watch it for the first
Yeah.
time. It's so much fun. I'm
Oh.
trying not to like pre-giggle when I know stuff is coming.
I miss it.
The
I
other
miss it.
night, Jonna, where you're sitting, he spit his water everywhere. It
I'm
was
glad
like
it's dry now.
this perfect.
You're welcome. Right?
Like he had to go in the bathroom because he was choking so hard. He thought he was going to vomit.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But we're not talking about The Office.
I can't wait to find out what it
So
was.
more about that coming up on our next episode.
Wow, that's a teaser if
Which
I ever
will
heard
then,
one.
it'll be
tease.
perfect because then we'll be at the Indie Fuel game talking about it
Right?
in front of a live audience. It's not really studio.
I'm scared now.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I feel like there's
or-
a lot of people at Fuel games. I've
There
never been to
are.
a Fuel
Yeah,
game.
there's thousands of people. We'll be in
Yes.
front of a live Coliseum audience.
Oh, I can't go. I'm sorry.
No, John,
Pass.
we'll be. Wait. John, it's not going to be like that. We'll be like in the lobby as people are coming
Yeah,
in.
we'll be in the concourse.
So
it's
they
fine.
can stop and listen to us, or they can just like walk by and be like, I don't want to hear those girls yammer.
Unless like, oh, you got free stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That was
Let me take
uh,
these T-shirts off your table. Thanks.
Right?
if you are here in Indianapolis, if you listen to us locally, then please join us at the Indy Fuel game on Friday, March 13th. If you're not, thanks for listening. Thanks to Conquest Journals for sponsoring our podcast. Know that she got brand new Supernatural Smash journals that are amazing
Stop
to keep
it.
all your memories.
I don't
and,
need
like,
any more journals.
Oh no, you're gonna need this one. I didn't think so either, and then I saw it, and I was like, okay, one more.
I don't need
And
any
wait,
more.
You can
where-
never have too many.
I saw
No.
you searching
I have
somewhere.
so
She
many.
they're on Bubbly or something like that now.
Bubbly.
Or no, that's a seltzer.
That's a
stuff.
seltzer water.
Michael
You cannot
Bublé
get-
endorses that.
At the moment, you cannot get your Harry Potter or Supernatural journal by buying bubbly water. But you can't get it. It was Zulily.
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 Okay.
Zulily.
Thank
They're
you.
like
Thank
the
you. Thank
same
you. Thank
thing.
you.
Yes, yes. So you
Same.
can find
Oh
them
my
on
goodness.
Zulily. They're on Target. You can go to conquestjournal.com.
You can go to Hot Topic.
You can go to Hot Topic.
Right.
If you're at Universal Studios, you can find them there, which is amazing. And
How fun.
yeah, and she's from here.
Man,
Like,
we know
this is all-
famous people.
so cool.
I can't even believe it.
Yeah.
Jenna, what's the tagline?
Broke but famous.
Thanks for listening. Pow, pow. Thank you, Laura, for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
You did great. Woo you.